What's going on, people? This is a DrFreeman commentary. Welcome to episode 1 of Ask the Doctor. And holy shit, do my eyes deceive me? Can it be? Is it true? Why yes, this is my own gameplay. Turns out to be a 42-3, I think. A pretty major fail halfway through. I'm sitting there staring at a guy, running at the guy. The guy takes me out. My wife sitting next to me yells, "Didn't you see him?" No, I definitely did not see him. Alright, well, I don't want to talk too much about the gameplay. Kind of get right into the questions. Let's start right off. We got a question from Domosex, and he asks, "Dear Doctor, is this tumor on my head normal?" I hate to be the guy to tell you, dude, but that's just your forehead. It's not a tumor. You're gonna live. Alright. Next, we got Physics, and he asks, "Have you ever unintentionally had a conversation with yourself and felt like a total retard afterwards?" Well, yes I have. Maybe about a year or so ago. I'm sitting there, I'm in the kitchen, I'm doing some cooking, I'm getting dinner ready. Love to cook. And I'm looking for this ingredient. I can't remember for the life of me what the hell I was looking for, but I'm searching through every damn cupboard in the place, and I cannot find it. And it turns out I'm having an argument with myself of whether I ever remember having the ingredient in the house at all. Well, I'm sitting there, I'm ripping through cupboards. All of a sudden, I turn around, and I see, at the time, my 4-year-old daughter, and she's looking up at me, and she's got this confused look on her face, and I could only describe what I looked like. It must have been like a deer in the headlights. I mean, eyes wide, like, oh crap, she caught me. And she says,
Daddy, who are you talking to?
Nobody, baby. Go watch your cartoons.
But Daddy, I heard you talking to somebody.
So now I'm thinking, oh, great. My 4-year-old's calling me out. So I find myself, I'm starting to argue with her. No, babe. You must have been hearing a car driving by or something.
Are you talking to yourself again?
Talking to my... What do you mean talking to...
Mom, Daddy's doing it again.
Oh, crap. She said again. Yeah, the day that a 4-year-old calls you out is the same day you go to bed questioning just what went wrong. So yeah, great. So glad I got to relive that. Thanks, Fizz. Alright, next question. This one comes from Maxie. "Dear Doctor, is alcohol dangerous?" Not really sure. Not too many people know, but the short answer is yes, of course, alcohol is dangerous. But I've kind of had some personal things that have been going on with my family where it kind of shows just how dangerous alcohol really is. Obviously, we're all taught you can drink too much, overdose, whatever. You throw up, choke, everything else, not good. We've all had our fun with it. But some of the things that people haven't talked to you about is the long-term effects. I have a family member, it's my dad. He was in the hospital for over 18 days. He's been drinking for beer, mind you, for 50 years of his life. He had a stroke about 6 years ago because of it, didn't stop, and now he essentially, they're calling it a wet brain. Where he did so much damage, and he started to create too much of a hormone, which I'm getting too far into it, but essentially it caused seizures, which did even more damage to his brain, and it's given him a form of dementia. Just got home a few days ago, and because of alcohol, he now can only remember pretty much the last 10 minutes of what's happened. He remembers things from his past, but yeah. Wow, that's a downer. Alright, the next question comes from Space Domo, and he asks, "How do you balance gaming with the rest of your life?" This is a pretty big question. For those of you who don't know, I'm a family man. I have a wife, 3 kids. If any of you have any kids, you know how much one can be, so yeah, multiply that by a couple. And I also work, I'm in the United States military, which that takes up a ton of time. I'm going to leave that kind of for a later episode, get more into that, but when I'm on duty, you know, I can't get on, I can't play Call of Duty, I can't play with a lot of these guys here from Endeavour, and it's just the way it is, you know, that's the way life is. But when I do get home, I keep the day for, you know, helping the family out, whether it's I'm helping, you know, the wife clean, do some cooking, things like that, give her a break, or you know, playing with the kids, you know, doing some projects around the house, things like that. I pretty much leave the time for after they go to bed. That's when, you know, I'll throw in some Call of Duty and actually get some good play time in. But outside of that, I mean, it's just constantly on the go. So I fit it in where I can. There is no outside of nighttime. Who knows when I'll be on. So the next question comes from Blind True, and he asks, Coca-Cola or Pepsi, McDonald's or Burger King, legs, tits, or bum? Now, holy crap, this is a lot of information, but first and foremost, you gotta say Pepsi. I pretty much have a mild addiction to Pepsi. I drink a ton of it. There isn't too many days that go by that I don't drink it. And McDonald's or Burger King, that's pretty much a wash. It's whatever's closest. And I'm going to kind of take the cheap way out of the whole legs, tits, or bum thing, because I like the whole package. If I had to pick one, nope. I don't think I could pick one. It's just whatever happens to me in front of me at the time, I guess. Alright, we got time for one more question. And this comes from Nate Green, and he says, Doctor, why does it burn when I pee? Now, dude, if you're sitting there, you're out with your buddies, you're drinking, you're having a good time, and maybe you're at the club, bar, whatever, and you can't seem to bring a girl home, right? Well, on your way home, you happen to find this pretty little girl, you know, she's sitting there on the corner. You take her home. Alright, first mistake, clue number 1. Don't pick girls up off the corner. Why didn't somebody else take her home? Get her home, right? You start doing your thing, you're getting to business. When she looks at you and you did not ask her, and she says, I swear I'm clean, you might not want to go through with it. I'm just saying. That's probably the time where you pack your shit and you get out. Alright, this episode's wrapping up. Make sure you guys leave those questions below for episode 2. But before you do, I got a little something for you guys. A riddle. You're going to have to put your thinking caps on. The way this is going to work is if the first person to answer correctly in the comments below and also leaves a question, a reasonable question, will be the first up for episode 2. Now, make sure you're listening carefully. Turn your volume up. Whatever you got to do. But here you go. You are in a concrete room. There's a steel pipe 25 centimeters in length cemented into the center of this concrete floor. The pipe protrudes about 15 centimeters. A ping pong ball is dropped down the pipe. There is a fraction of a centimeter clearance around the ping pong ball and the pipe. Your task is to get the ping pong ball out of the steel pipe undamaged. That's the key, undamaged. The only items that are available are a wooden ruler, a ball of string, a pocket mirror, a paper clip, and a small magnet. Since nothing else is allowed into the room, how could you get the plastic ping pong ball out of the steel pipe? Alright, there you go. Make sure you leave those answers and questions in the comments below. I'd like to thank all the guys that have submitted questions so far, and I'd like to give a special thank you to my daughter for helping me out in this episode. Definitely means a lot to me, and as always, people, be good. Peace. This video is brought to you by Endeavour Gaming.
If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, favorite, and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter to keep up to date with what's going on, and the link to our website is in the description below.